Hey everyone, I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Will's Treasures, and today we have something super exciting going on. I just purchased a Wheat Penny collection, and there it is. This is a good 5 pounds or more of Wheat Pennies, unsearched by me. The collector that I bought them off of was getting rid of everything that he had, and I happened to get them. So we're going to be looking through all of these Wheat Pennies. Here they are. We got a massive pile right here. We're going to be looking for key dates. We're going to be looking for varieties, double dies, you name it. We're going to be looking for it. See what kind of goodies that we come up with. I already started taking a little sample of the bag, what was in it, and I've been putting them in these containers right here. So you see there's going to be teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and S mint marks. So far, we have a nice variety of each. So I'm super excited to get to this. Stay tuned. Let's see what we're going to find. Well, we just found two good coins right here. We got a 1919S and a 1909. We're going to put them underneath the scope here so we get a better look at them. Share with you guys what I found. Here is the 1919S. Pretty decent shape for being over 100 years old. So nice teen find right there. And here is the 1909. Still see the Liberty a little bit. It's in rough shape. I did check for the VDB on the back, and there is nothing on the back that I can see. So just a plain 1909 in the red book. It says it's a $4 coin. I'll take it all day. And here's one little oddity that I found. A 194S. Missing a letter, missing a number. So kind of cool. Somehow the number came off, somebody scratched it off. Whatever the case, it's always kind of neat to find something like that. So cool finds right there, and I will loop you back in when we find something else. Well, what do you know? Out of this pile here, we got a Indian head penny. First one in the pile. Let's put it up on the scope, see what date it is. And we got a 1906. Can you see that? 1906, a little beat up. Can't see the Liberty on the band, very faint. See what the backside looks like. All right, you can still see the 1 cent. The shield. All right, so I will take that. First Indian cent of the pile. I'm a happy camper. Tune you back in when we find something else. All right, so we just found a pretty good coin. We got a 1925D. So I put it up on the microscope for you just so you can get a good look at it. It is a little beat up, but it's 1925D. And if you look that up in the red book, it was 2020 red book. Everybody should have one of these. The 1925D is right up here. In good condition is $1. So good coin, nice find. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so we just found our first two 1943 Zinc Pennies. So we're going to put them up on the scope real quick and show them to you. 1943. beat up. Another one, 1943. Two nice coins. Happy to find them in the pile. Let's get back to it. Well, we got back-to-back finds here. Pulled one right after the other. One's in 1910. The other one's in 1920. So we're going to toss them up on the scope. Nice early dates. Nothing spectacular, but a 1910. And very next coin that I pulled was a 1920. So two good finds. I'll take them. Nice early dates. Loop you back in when we find something else. Well, we just found two good coins right here. We got a 1919S and a 1909. We're going to put them underneath the scope here so we get a better look at them. Share with you guys what I found. Here is the 1919S. Pretty decent shape for being over 100 years old. So nice teen find right there. And here is the 1909. Still see the Liberty a little bit. It's in rough shape. I did check for the VDB on the back, and there is nothing on the back that I can see. So just a plain 1909 in the red book. It says it's a $4 coin. I'll take it all day. And here's one little oddity that I found. A 194S. Missing a letter, missing a number. So kind of cool. Somehow the number came off, somebody scratched it off. Whatever the case, it's always kind of neat to find something like that. So cool finds right there, and I will loop you back in when we find something else. I'll tell you, I'm going to do a couple of these pennies live because I've been getting so many S mint marks. As you can see right here, these are all S mint marks compared to the 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, and the teens. Lots of S mint marks. So we're going to do look at a couple of them live so you can see what I'm seeing. 55D goes in the bucket. 46S. $56D. Now are these gonna make a liar out of me or what? 2D mint marks. 55. I don't see any doubling on that. You always want to check your 1955s. I tell you, you just never know what's going to be out there. Didn't see any doubling on that one. 38. 1938. I've been getting a bunch of 30s. I'm happy with that. Here's a 50S. 1950S. Nothing super exciting about that, but an S mint mark. And I'm just grabbing them randomly out of this pile. 53S. Another S mint mark. I mean, you see this big pile. Here's another steel cent. Let's take a look at that. 43, no mint mark. Getting a nice little pile of the steel cents. You can see right there. There's a few that we found, and one Indian. So just grabbing them, going through them randomly here. 48. See what we got. 45D. Another S, 53S. Love the S mint marks. We don't get too many of them on the East Coast here. But, oh, there's a 1940 S. But we're getting a lot out of this batch. Definitely are. Oh, 1917. That's a teen. Happy with that. Let's see. Looking in the red book real quick. 1917. Philadelphia. 30-cent coin. Not bad, not bad. 1945 S. Another S mint mark. Going in the bucket. 45S. 15-cent coin. I keep my red book with me when I'm searching through the coins so I can refer to it. Check it out. 1953 S. Another S mint mark. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just finding so many S mint marks in this group. 47D. Denver. So I mean, it's pretty cool. 48. So we're gonna do one more and then I'll continue to go through them, and if I find anything cool, you know I'm gonna loop you back in. So there's another 37. So we'll catch you in a bit. We got another cool find here. We got a 1954 S, and I put it underneath the microscope, and I'm going to give you a little comparison. The lower coin, I have them stacked on each other. The lower coin is another 1954 S with the mint mark where it should be, okay? And the upper coin, you'll see how the mint mark is almost underneath the 5 here. And where it should be is between the 9 and the 5. So I thought that was a pretty cool find. Is it worth much? Probably not, but cool find nonetheless. So loop you back in when I come across something else cool. I came across another 2 more finds here. We got a 1917. Put them underneath the scope for you so you could see what I see. 1917D, another early date, good coin, definitely a keeper. And we got a 1954 S, and if you can see, that 9 is completely filled in. So you know there was something going on with the die when they minted this to be completely filled in like that. The rest of the coin, I don't see anything else that stands out, but definitely the 9 is filled in. So another cool find, definitely going in the keeper pile. And we still have a handful more. All right, we're getting there. A couple hundred to go, probably more than that. So loop you in when I find something else. All right, so we just got 2 more. We got back-to-back 1918 Wheat Pennies. Kind of funny how you can pull back-to-back dates like that out of a giant pile. But 2 1918 Wheat Pennies, we got them in the teens. They're only worth 20 cents a piece. And so far we've pulled out, you know, some teens so far. Nothing spectacular, but I thought I'd show you that one. There's back-to-back 1918s. So let's get back to it. Just found something pretty interesting. On a 1941 S, I have 2 of them here, and in that year they had a large and small mint mark variety, and I just came across both of them. I got them up on the scope, and you can clearly see the 1941 with the large S and the 1941 with the small S mint mark. So pretty cool variety. Happy to find it, And if I didn't have my trusty microscope here, I probably would have passed right by it. But there you have it, the 1941 large S mint mark, 1941 small S mint mark, cool variety. We'll loop you back in when we find something else. All right, just found another 2 old ones. I got them over here on the scope already. So we're gonna let you see what I found. We have a 1911, no mint mark, second year minted wheat penny, 1911. Let's see what the back looks like. It's pretty beat up, but still very early coin. And we have a 1918 S. Nice coin, probably worth about 50 cents, but very crisp as far as the date. Let's look at the back. Nice coin overall. 2 good finds. We still have a pile to go. So let's get right back to it. Well, the pile's getting a little smaller, but we are still pulling out some good coins. And these are the 2 that I just found. Okay. We're going to put them underneath the scope here, let you see what they are. First one is a 1910. Let me dial that in a little better. There you go, 1910. And the next one was a 1911. So 2 nice early dates. Happy with those. Definitely going in the collection. Whoa, ho, ho. As I was moving the pile closer to the microscope, can you see that? There is a little bit of silver. Oh, I don't know how this guy got in here. Let's see what it is. Put it underneath the scope for you. Roosevelt Dime, 1948. Let's see if there's a mint mark on it. Oh, 1948S. Very cool coin. I'll take that. Always good to find silver. Very surprised that it was in this bag, but I'll take it. Man, did I get excited for a minute. I just pulled this one out, and it's a 1931, which is a cool date. But since I was getting so many S mint marks in this bag, I was hoping to see an S underneath that 1931. That would have made it a sweet, sweet find. So, but definitely a good coin. And I did pull out 2 other early S mint marks. Here they are, 1929 S. Good coin. And a 1928 S. Another good coin. So we're getting down to the last bit of the pile. Probably another 50 coins left or 100 coins left, and hopefully we get something else. Well, to finish out this hunt, we had 2 other finds towards the end. One was in 1912, one was in 1913. I'll put them underneath the scope so you can check them out yourself. There's the 1912. Pretty beat up, but still a good coin. I'm sure it's going to go into the album. And here's the 1913. Again, pretty worn, but still super early date. Definitely a keeper. So that's it for the pile, and you can see I've been separating them in these containers here. So I'm going to give you a wrap up, let you know how many of each year that we got, how many S mint marks, because the S mint marks. We got a ton of them in this collection. So I'll get right back to you. All right, so we wrapped up this hunt. I did a quick count of all the pennies that we went through, and I'll show you what we found. Right here, we found the teens. We found 36 of them. And in those 36, we found two 1909s. We found some 10s, some 11s, 12s. We found a lot of cool dates. You know, no key dates, but a lot of early wheat pennies. Now we had the 20s. We found 48 in the 20s. You can see them in there. They're the teens. We found 48 in the 20s. Again, no key dates, but some nice lower dates. Some decent shaped coins. You'll see a couple of them in the video. And we'll move on to the 30s. We found 215 of them in the 30s. Nice stack of them in there. Various dates. A lot of good coins. But I was really happy with how many 30s that we found. Now the 40s, we found 176 of them. 176 in the 40s. For the pile that we had, I thought I would be expecting more. We'll move on to the 50s. And again, I thought we were going to get a lot more 50s. But we didn't. We got 128. They're in there. Surprisingly, we got more 1930s. Now, the S mint marks were a big surprise. We got 321 S mint marks, okay? Which is pretty huge with the amount of coins that I had. You can see the big pile of them there. Hold them up. 321 S mint marks. There's a lot of good coins in there. I'm going to be going through these again because there were a handful of coins that had a little bit of value to them. You know, $1, $2, something like that. So I'm going to be going through them again, see if I can add any to my album. One cool find that we had a Indian head penny mixed in. And we had a handful of steel cents that were in the pile. So not always nice to find the steel cents. And that is the wrap up of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and catch us on the next video. We have a box of unopened quarters right there. That will be our next video. So come back and see us, and happy hunting, everyone.